The 4-pass loop is a monster, about 27 miles, around 8,000 feet of elevation gain, and you're sitting at about 10,000 to 12,000 feet above sea level. It was pretty intimidating for me, someone who's never even done a marathon before. But when I first heard about it, I knew instantly it was something I wanted to do. My stomach filled with butterflies, that nervous excitement that you get when you know you're about to take on something big. And when I just get that feeling, I just know I have to follow it. And so it was pretty surreal knowing that the months of preparation and the planning had all led to this one day. As I tied my shoes, all I could think was, it's go time, lock in. Standing there with my dad and Brian, I felt this deep sense that there was nobody else I'd rather be here with. It was like saying, let's all go to war together. The trust, the atmosphere, everyone was just prepared and locked in. And it's just something you don't get a lot in life, and I was just so excited for it to start.
First snack break, got a Stinger, trail mix, liquid IV, some energy blocks. See how it goes.
This was when we first started to see the sun coming up in the morning, and it was unbelievably beautiful. Early morning light was bouncing off the mountainside, and below us just a green valley covered in wildflowers.
We're only at like 12,000 feet because the passes aren't that high. We're doing pretty good. I feel pretty strong, really not tired at all. I don't think my heart rate's that high. How are you guys doing? Good? All right. It is gorgeous. It's pretty. We almost just lost the GoPro. We went rolling down the side of the mountain. That could have been bad, but we're good. We did not lose it. Look how pretty that is.
It's so surreal.
This is gorgeous. I'm not sure if we're gonna make it in 12 hours, but we're taking a lot of stops because we're kind of taking a little long, but it is what it is.
Brian led the way down the mountain. The morning air was crisp, the flowers were starting to get lit up by the sun. I mean, running down the pass was just pure euphoria, that feeling that all runners chase.
Oh guys, check out this rock. There's literally like weeds growing out of it.
That first descent was breathtaking. You're full of adrenaline, you're excited to keep going, and the real pain hasn't hit yet. It's the best part of any event like this. We kept moving fast, we were running the flats and the downhills, power hiking the climbs, always aware of the time pressure to finish. And then we reached Snowmass Lake, and words don't do it justice. A turquoise mirror with a mountain backdrop straight out of a movie, and water so clear you could see the bottom. Absolutely gorgeous.
middle of nowhere. Right up in here is our pass, so we got a little ways to go.
I see that little bit too there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the switchbacks up there.
Yeah.
But it looks far. But that's pass number 2 up to Trail Rider, and then we got a long descent. But we're doing good, we're feeling good. It's a pretty steep hill.
It's pretty steep hill.
We're doing a little shortcut to avoid some of that switchback.
Oh, top of the second pass feels good.
There it is.
Holy cow, what a view.
All right, top of the pass, 8:33. Top of Trail Rider. There's Snowmass Lake. Just came from there. So cool. Well guys, you heard it from Reese, 28 minutes by. It's all right, we're warming up the legs and then we'll start a nice jog down.
I started the descent from the second pass and pushed the pace. We were about 20 minutes behind our 12-hour goal, and I wanted to make up time.
Reese is cooking right now. How you doing back there, Jude? He's good.
You can see on my watch, we were chasing that faster pace, but trail running is nothing like road running. You're dodging rocks, you're dodging roots, the trail's narrowing, your eyes are basically locked on the ground just to avoid falling. And on top of that, one of us was always filming, which added its own challenge when we're carrying the actual GoPro. Right around here, the trail narrowed to maybe 1.5 feet wide, and I watched Brian eat it. Going straight off the side of the mountain, the edge just gave way beneath him and he disappeared into the brush. You can see in these tree shots just how narrow and how steep it drops there. And a couple minutes later, I did the exact same thing, except I went face first into a tangle of bushes, and we both walked away with just scrapes and bruises. But it really was a quick reminder just how easy it would be to take a bad fall out here. So we were really trying to be extra careful when we were descending the pass.
First water crossing. Felt so good to put our feet in. Actually was magnificent. He didn't really like it though, it was too cold for him. But yeah, fresh socks. Now we just have to go to the top of this somewhere. I think through there-ish. So yeah.
Between the second and third pass, my traps started burning from the weight of my backpack. I'd been carrying it all on my shoulders instead of distributing it to my waist. And without Brian's advice to adjust that, I can't imagine how bad it would have gotten. This was probably one of my lowest moments, just realizing that something so small can just wear you down over time. Sometimes in life, you get lucky enough to experience moments that take your breath away. And walking through the valley from Trail Rider to Frigid Air was one of those, just a reminder of how incredible the planet is, and it's why it's worth pushing you to see places you've never been and to go places you've never gone, even if it really pushes you to your physical limits. Third pass, Frigid Air. And despite the name, it wasn't cold that day, it didn't rain, our weather was perfect. And you climb from about 10.3k feet to around 12,500 feet, and by this point, we were 16 miles in and really starting to feel it. The climb was relentless and we didn't stop for a break. We just kept moving, trying to make that time cutoff.
All right, top of the pass. We're about to head back down. Yeah, it was good.
Heading up the last pass, West Maroon. That's where we're going. Right up here.
Last climb.
But last climb, only like 400 more feet to go from here. So it'll feel quick. That's it.
How many miles?
Yeah, those were.
If we just jump and tuck, we could probably roll all the way down this thing.
Exactly.
Are those the Maroon Bells?
Yeah, I think so. I think these are.
We gotta be something like that.
Yep, we got probably about 6 miles left. So it's gonna be a long trek back, but I'm feeling good. Doing good. Beautiful views. That's the back of the Maroon Bells right here. Some other Maroon Bell looking mountains.
For the last pass, West Maroon, it's the smallest pass, the one that should probably be the easiest, only about 750 feet of elevation gain, but man did this one require some effort. It was probably mentally for me the hardest pass. I literally just kept saying to myself, all right, make it to that rock. Okay, get to that stump. All right, now hit that switchback. And I'd literally get there and I'd just find another landmark and I'd push until I made it there. And sometimes in life, you can't imagine going the entire way. It's too overwhelming. But you can always see the path in front of you, and sometimes it's just about taking those small steps and not giving up.
Just, grabbing some water in a river stream. No big deal. Oh, this water's gonna be so cold. There we go. It's beautiful.
This was the final push, and because I hadn't been eating, my left hamstring was really starting to tighten. My body had been telling me I'd been skipping nutrients and those electrolytes, and every step hurt, but all of us could only think of one thing. The hard part's done, now just finish.
About 3-ish miles from the end. Definitely tired. Legs hurt, feet hurt. You know how it goes. Ow. Ow. Over there is Crater Lake, and past that is Maroon Lake. So we are absolutely on the home stretch. Oh, tried running 2 miles, didn't go very well. We stopped at the first hill. So hard, dude. Literally so hard.
At the very end, Brian and I wanted to run it, but my dad couldn't keep up the pace. So we decided to slow down and finish together. Every training hike, every workout, we'd done it as a team. So it really wasn't about the time at this point. It wasn't about the finish line. It was just about the journey. You know, it was about taking this and doing it together and doing it with the people you love. And as we came into Maroon Lake and we saw the parking lot, the euphoria was just unreal. That sight, that home stretch, that was everything.
Right off the trail. 2 deer. She's big. Are they just gonna let us walk right by? Hello. Alright, to the parking lot.